let's review Frontier's BB4284H, which I've got set up on a Cat 2 Speedco quick hitch. This is one of the fewer commercial grade box scrapers I could find that I knew would work with a quick hitch in the rear. And what sets this apart from like the Gannon style is just simply little extensions here on the 3-point mounts to clear the frame a little better, and it does space the entire box scraper back a little bit to do that, but it fits on there pretty good. There's a ton of force that can be generated with these scarifiers all the way into the ground. And as you can see, I have bent all but 2 of these scarifiers on up. And this is sticking them in straight and just going straight. So my tractor it's a 60 horsepower Coyote. It's an NX 6010. The tires are loaded. All 4 of the tires are loaded. With the loader on here and with the grapple on here, I'm guesstimating that I'm around 7,500 pounds, somewhere in there, including the Speedco. There's so much force going on here that I found out that the top hydraulic cylinder that I've got turns out to be slightly undersized. As you can see, I have managed to bend the cylinder. So that's all right. This thing's starting to peen out, and there's no provision for replacing the ends, and so I was going to circle my wagons around replacing this at some point. Anyway, the tilt hydraulic function, I got this from Michigan Iron and Equipment, and they set it up so that the stock holes are measured at about 18.5 inches. And when I set it on up, I don't know why, but for whatever reason, as we're facing the tractor sitting in the driver's seat, the right side was lower than the left side. And so what I ended up doing is drilling another set of holes on that lower clevis, measured, and it's kind of hard to do this, you have to kind of eyeball it, but measured 17.25 inches, and that corresponds with the fixed links middle hole, and that brought me to level. So I'm level when this cylinder is all the way collapsed, and then I can obviously tilt it the right hand side down as we're sitting in the driver's seat quite a bit. So the hydraulic function is a blessing to be able to pop this thing in and out. The tailgate, I have actually used the tailgate. It loads up so fast with the tailgate folding out of the way that if you can kind of envision, this thing scoops out about 3 inches worth of dirt in about 10 feet, and it is full. I've got that on video, and I'll plug that in at some point in the videos. The smoothing function, what I've found the best way to do this is to simply throw it in reverse and allow the forward-facing blade to act as a back blade. I end up dragging the sides of the box through the dirt going backwards, but it works really well. The result is pretty good. Back to the scarifiers. The scarifiers have a retail price of slightly over $60 a throw, and you know what is? I'm bending them. I rented a stump grinder, and I ground out my stumps, but the roots themselves, I'm still hanging on to them, and I'm in low gear, and this Coyote, it pulls. It hooks up and it pulls in low gear, so much so that I'm just bending up these scarifiers. I've also noticed that once they start to bend, they start to keep bending, like in the case of this guy here. as well as this one here is starting to get worse and worse and worse. The ones that bend straight back, you know, actually they're all offset a little bit. They're holding in there, I guess, but it is what it is. I think I don't know if I want to replace these things or go chase down a 40-ton press and see if I can't bend them straight again. They're not peening out the bar whatsoever. So, and I really like this clip method for retaining them. I've now tried both methods, a through pin and the clip method. And the clip method, it's simpler, it's much faster, and it's not fiddly at all. The clip is a go, no go. You just grab a pliers and you pull the clip on out, and that allows the scarifier to pull back and straight on out. It's so that's pretty cool. I've had to move these scarifiers around because the ends must remain, well, they can bend in but they can't bend out. So if I bend these, I guess I'm gonna have to take some of the guys from over there and put, you know, switch them around so that this thing can still fold up and down. The tool itself has been marvelous. I don't think it's overweight or for this size tractor whatsoever. And the only thing I've really learned about this is that I just need to get this has a heavier diameter ram for my tractor, and I think it has that maybe 1 1/8 inch ram. I can't see. So I think I'm going to step up to a 1 1/2 inch ram, or you know, or a full 2 1/2 inch cylinder. I think this is a 2-inch cylinder. So anyway, I need to get something a little stronger than this. When the blade catches on something, be it a rock, a big, you know, rock, and we're talking like, you know, at this size, human head size and or bigger, and the blade snags and tries to stop the entire tractor, at some point that force is getting pushed back into the top ram, and obviously the cylinder couldn't take it. So the lower stuff is all holding up just great. The Speedco, it's a cinch to hook up to, and I'm overall pretty pleased with the performance of this thing. I'm tickled that I have it. It's a 2014. I know they made a change at some point to make them iMatch compatible. iMatch, as it turns out, is a quick hitch. I couldn't really verify that with anybody. So when I went to go look at it, thanks to the Tractor Buynet folks, I had folks finding the measurements for the standard measurements for a quick hitch, and I kind of eyeballed everything and said, well, it should work. And so I bought it. I'm pretty tickled that it does work with a quick hitch. So that's, I guess, what I have to share. I have all kinds of videos doing all kinds of different things with the scraper, including grading, using the scarifiers, demonstration of the scarifiers up and down, and I'll post those together, or edit them together, or post a bunch of videos. I don't know. I'll do something. So that's what I have to share, YouTube. Okay, so this is how the hydraulic scarifiers work on the Frontier 4284. Pop up, drop down. It's just all on a lever. A little bit long. That's how they work.